When you arrive, you're going to park your car, and then when you've got to the ketch rigger, you're going to leave it to your port and walk around the building and find our offices. So welcome to our new look office. When you come in, your boat paperwork will be all here, so pick up the one that for your boat, and then it'll have all the details inside. The office staff will still be here to help you through with anything. Your new look boat pack. So you're going to, having picked up your boat, it's going to have details of where the boat is located, the marina gate code and the marina Wi-Fi code. There's going to be some details about the yacht here, along with what we would want you to do at the end of your charter. There's a useful information pack or sheet detailing some useful information that you might need during your charter. One of the really key things is our office hours number and the out of hours number, and also sea starts number. Then you've got the actual details of the boat and your handover paperwork. So when you go down to the boat, you just need to make a note of any scuffs or scratches that you can see on the outside of the yacht, and any notes that you have to do with the inside of the yacht, just mark on here. Once you're happy with that, a little signature. Run through the inventory on the boat. The red items are your safety stuff. Once you've been through this, and it does go on to 2 pages, ring the office and our fleet team will come down and talk you through from the pontoon anything else that you need to know. On the return of the charter, make sure that you're here an hour, 90 minutes to an hour before you're due to exit the yacht. There's some reminders in here about how we like the boat left. Let us know if you have refueled. In the joining instructions, there's some details about the new requirements for refueling at MDL, so please do make sure that you follow those. Let us know if you've used the dinghy or if you've changed the gas, and then let us know if you've got any losses, breakages, damages or defects on your yacht. Just pop those in there. We do like to know about any defects so that we can make sure that we can fix them. And then once you're happy with that, a little signature. So when you're coming up to the office, you will we'll also work through all of your paperwork with regard to your security deposit and any additional paperwork that we've asked you to bring. If you need any optional extras, please, we do ask that you've ordered these in advance to make sure that we have them ready for you. Otherwise, and paid for in advance. Otherwise, we can sort those out while you're in the office and make sure that you've got everything and all the paperwork's taken care of.
Okay, so when you finish with Alex in the office, done your paperwork, when you come down to the boat, go on the boat and go to the red Bible first, which will be on the chart table, and make sure you go through all of the inventory to check that everything is there, paying special attention to what's written in red, because that is your safety equipment. Once you're happy with everything, then you can give the office a call and one of us will come down for you to sign the paperwork and to answer any of your questions, or anything you cannot find that's on the inventory, we will find for you. So if you've got any questions, then we can answer all your questions and also give you tips on the best way of taking the boat out from the berth. Hi, my name's Andy. I'm one of the fleet engineers. So when you first come down to your boat, on the chart table will be a red folder. This is what I call the boat Bible. In the folder will be all the information about the boat and all the certificates needed on the boat for charter. So when we first open the book, it will have obviously the boat name, and then obviously the boat notes and ship's papers. On the next page will be the yacht specification, which gives you the yacht name, type of boat it is, year of build, the lengths, drafts, beams, also call signs, MMSI number, sail number, and also importantly the diesel capacity and water capacity, especially if you're doing any long passages. On the next page we have 2 pages which is telling you where all the equipment is you need to know on the boat, as in batteries, engine, how to start, stop, where the shut-off valves are, obviously where the emergency tiller, life raft, how to use the water tanks, the anchor windlass, and also the mainsail, how many reefs it's got, storm jib, and the helm. So all the information about the boat is on these 2 pages. On the next page we have a diagram showing you where all the through hull fittings are, as in head sinks, outlets, toilet inlets, speed transducers, so you know if you get any leaks on the boat, have a look round by where the through hull fittings are or anything like that. On the next page, which is an important one, is one again showing you where all the safety equipment is on board and where it's stowed. Next to that we have another copy of the inventory, but do pay close attention to what's in red, because that is all your safety equipment that is on board, and it tells you exactly where it is. On the next page we start going then through the boat papers. So it's just all the standard builder certificates, schedules, but an important one is your compass deviation card. So if you are doing any long passages, you just need to know the deviations for the compass. Apart from that, it is just all the certificates for all the safety equipment, and shows you that they're all in date and they've all been tested. Welcome to a reunion. First thing we're going to show you is the battery switches, which is all located underneath the chart table. So forward you have bow thruster, middle one is engine, and the aft one is domestics, which is all nicely labelled up for you. So we'll just switch on the engine, switch them all on. In the event of the engine start battery going flat, you will be able to cross connect all the batteries together so you can restart the engine. So in the saloon under the starboard seating, if we lift the cushion up here, lift this out of the way, just underneath there is a switch, which is a link switch. In the chart table there would be a key that fits into there, so you just switch it on. That will link all your batteries together, allow you to start your engine, but soon as your engine's started, disconnect it, take the key out, and then everything should be fine. The electrical panel, it's symbols rather than anything else. So basically we've got instruments, which is autopilot, instruments and autopilot. That is for the stereo and VHF. The anchor is anchor windlass. That is for the electric bilge pump. Then we have fresh water, shower pump. That is just a panel light that lights this up. This one's not used. That one is the fridge, and none of these are used. So we have over here, we have anchor light, steaming light, deck light, bow light, stern light, and cabin lights. As you can see, we have an alarm light flashing on here. That is telling us the aft freshwater tank is empty. And at the moment, because we have an alarm, we cannot view any of the other things like the fuel gauges on here and the batteries. So the way we get round this, if you press and hold return, like so, you get Bavaria Yachts come up and alarm. Now when that's flashing like that, we can scroll through the rest. Obviously we're English, so you've got freshwater tank forward is empty, and also the aft tank is empty, which is why the alarms are going off. Holding tank is fine because that's empty. Now the engine start battery comes up, then the service battery. So it's the only way. Normally if the alarm's not going off, you can just scroll straight through to look at what's in your water tanks and your batteries. But if you run low on water or the batteries run low, it's not an audio alarm, it's just this light will come on. So the only way you can get around it to look at all the other stuff is actually press and hold return till this alarm comes up flashing, then you're able to scroll through and look at the rest. On reunion we have two water tanks, one up forward and one down aft. So in the event of one of the tanks running out, underneath the sink in the aft heads, there's a black handled valve. All you need to do is push it down, and that then will change over to the other tank. It's either one tank or the other, so there's no other valves to do, it's just this handle. Just here, one tank or the other tank. As simple as that. The boat has a Volvo engine, and the engine is all electronic, so you have no engine key to start the engine up from here. So as long as the engine battery isolator is switched on, we can then turn power on with this button. You get Volvo Penta in the screen, and then you'll hear two bleeps. When you've heard those, just momentarily press the start button once and you get the glow plug come on. You leave this on for no more than 7 seconds and just press start to start the engine. To stop the engine, you press and hold the stop button. Don't just press it, press and hold till the engine stops. When the engine has stopped, you can turn the power off. With the bow thruster on reunion, the engine must be running. So, and the bow thruster battery must be switched on under the chart table. But then to activate it, all we do is you press the two on buttons together, we get the light come on. Once the light comes on, you're able to thrust to starboard or port. It will turn itself off after 5 minutes, but if you want to turn it off, you just press the off button. But the engine must be running, otherwise the bow thruster will not work. Right, on reunion, it's in mast furling. So not slab main, it's in mast. So up at the mast, on the ratchet system, we have in and out. So when it's in the in position, that will allow the ratchet to work one way for furling the sail in, or if you need to reef in. So before you can pull the sail out, we'll need to put that over to free. It allows this to run either way. But when you've got your mainsail out, it's always best to come back up to the mast and put it over to ratchet. So there you're all set up for when you want to bring your sail back in. So what we have in the cockpit, we have what we call the continuous line, which is the furling line. So it's a rope that's been spliced together. So it's one continuous line that goes up to the mast, around the pulley on the mast, and then back down to the cockpit. And then we have the out haul. So for when we want to pull the sail out, what we need to do is not go head into wind, is put the wind on the starboard bow, so when you release the main sheet, the boom will naturally lie over the port quarter. That is the easiest way for bringing the sail in and out. So basically, if we want to pull the sail out now, we will undo the two furling line jammers, like so, and then pull on the out haul to pull the sail out. Then once the sail's out, we will put the jammers back on and then go back up to the mast and put the lock over to ratchet. Once you want to bring the sail back in, we've already got that on ratchet, so basically all we do is take a turn around the winch, release the out haul. We only need to open up the main out and then pull on the main in while keeping a bit of tension on the out haul as we pull one in and slowly release the other one till the sail's furled away. When the sail's furled away, you just close the jammers off. The genoa is a standard genoa on the furling system. So please, when you're furling the genoa in, please do not put it onto a winch. If you have problems with the furling system and you cannot pull it in by hand, then there must be a problem. If you can't see what the problem is, drop the genoa onto the deck, give us a call, and we will sort it out or talk to you through it on the phone. Please do not try and winch the genoa in on a winch, because you could cause more damage.